Have you ever had to tell your boss that your project was going to be late again? And to make matters worse, you didn't know how long the work would take and why your team was experiencing difficulties in the first place, right? Or have you been on a project that lost its momentum because there was no sense of accomplishment or a roadmap for how far you had to go to finish? Have you ever been committed to deliver by a specific date without a clue of what work was involved in creating the product? Well, if you've lived through any of these situations, the next few minutes are for you. Hi, I'm Gordon Young with the Young Resource Group. We build project managers, and I'm teaming with training pros to help you more effectively manage your training development projects. Now, project planning, it can be messy, filled with jargon only the project management team uses. Now, I'd recommend using common language terms to describe what you need and take the time to be explicit about the details. There's a saying in facilitation that works well for project planning. In the beginning, go slow to go fast. A project plan usually boils down to a clear definition of three big things: what the deliverables are, our scope; when the deliverables are due, our schedule; and our cost and budget expectations. So how do you get down to all the details that you'll need? Well, a good solid plan describes the big three: deliverables, schedule, and the budget. And then we add in some details of how we'll work together effectively. Now, these enable the teamwork to ignite: resource schedules, resource fit, milestones, and check-in procedures. So let's take a look at each of these topics. Resource schedules. What are the project's working hours? Are there any outside commitments that the team members have that will affect that schedule? It's better to learn about these early and to have those uncomfortable conversations early rather than to wait and surprise people unpleasantly down the road. Take all this data, create a table that you bounce up against your official schedule that was given to you. And you'll most likely see some conflicts. Talk those through. Don't shy away from conflict. Instead say, wait, we might have a problem here on the horizon. Resource fit. Do you have the right people doing the work? And are there enough resources to get the work done according to your schedule? Now, these can be tough questions if you don't know your team members. If you know that your project requires someone to exercise initiative and to facilitate group meetings, check to make sure that your assigned resources have those skills and communication practices. Milestones. These are the planned checkpoints during the project. Milestones signal that the project is successfully completing its goals and serves to orient the team that they are getting things done. Common milestones in a training project are the completion of the high-level design document, the detailed design document, and storyboards for the training deliverables such as e-learning courseware. Other milestones are instructor-led training materials and webinar presentations and facilitator materials. For teams just beginning to work together, I'd recommend inserting more milestones than you think you'll need and then remove them as your team becomes more experienced. Check-ins. There is a direct correlation between the amount of project communication and stakeholder satisfaction. And by stakeholder, I mean your boss, your customer, your vendors, your team, and your family. Everybody touched by your project is a stakeholder. So, who needs to know what, when, and in what format? Now, doing these few things gives you more tools to work with to bring your project in on time, on budget, and with the quality you need. And think of this as a practice of maintaining strict flexibility. Thank you for watching.